Hey everyone, it's Blar, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to read and navigate the Grain Gate layout in Act 9. So this video will have two parts. In the first part, we'll go over a layout crash course where I'll talk about how many Grain Gate layouts there are and what sort of cues or reads we'll be making to navigate the zone successfully. In the second part, after we've done the crash course, we'll do a guided walkthrough where I'll run a bunch of Grain Gate zones in real time and without interruption, so you can see my thought process as I go through the zone and identify the cues to be able to successfully and efficiently navigate the layout. So, with that being said, let's get into the layout crash course. So, the first thing to know about Grain Gate is that it has three layouts. And what's really great is that you can essentially tell what layout you're in by the time you reach the waypoint. And if you don't know where the waypoint in this layout is, it's essentially about 2 screens away from the entrance to the zone. So you'll be able to know where you're going real quickly. Now, there's one thing I want to mention, and that is sort of the Blackguard corpse method to navigating the zone. So a lot of people will say, for like ease of use, that you can go find a Blackguard corpse sort of near these doors, and once you find this corpse, you know that's the door you want to go through to be able to progress through the zone. While this method does work, there are some issues with it. The first issue that comes up is if you don't know where the corpse is, you're still going to be backtracking, checking a lot of these doors. So for example, I might go down here and check this door and see that there's no corpse. Or I might try and check this door and see that there's no corpse, which is going to result still in backtracking, and we want to avoid that inefficiency. The second issue that comes up with the corpse method is that in Grain Gate, you want to find the Gemling Legion for the skill point. And the corpses don't always neatly lead to the Gemling Legion. Instead, the corpses lead to the exit of the zone. So, with that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to identify the layout by sort of just paying attention to the entrance orientation and where the waypoint is, and then we'll use the corpses as a way to provide backup to how we read the zone to make sure we're going on the right path. So let's get into looking at some of the layouts. But before we do that, I'll mention just quickly here that there's 2 sort of entrance orientations that you'll find. Once you enter the zone, you'll see a small narrow tunnel, and one will point to the northeast, the other one will point to the northwest. Now let's get into some of these starting orientations more specifically. Here we see the northeast start. This entrance tunnel points to the northeast. What's great about this is the only layout in Grain Gate where this happens. If you see the entrance tunnel pointing to the northeast, you know you're in the northeast start layout, which is great because essentially in the northeast start layout, you'll come out of the entrance tunnel, and then you'll just keep heading northeast along this upper wall to find the first corpse in the zone. I didn't mention this before, but I want to talk about it right now, is that there'll be 3 corpses throughout the zone. There'll never be more than 3, there'll never be less than 3. There'll be 3 corpses to help you navigate. So this is the first corpse we'll find. Now, with the left waypoint, or the left waypoint layout will have a northwest start. So this entrance tunnel will point to the northwest. However, the way we'll be able to identify this versus the other layout that has a northwest start is that the waypoint, once we get out of this entrance tunnel, will be immediately to the left or west, which is why it's called the left waypoint start. Once we get to the waypoint, we'll continue left/west to find the first corpse in the left waypoint layout. Finally, we have the late Legion, or the right waypoint layout. It has a northwest start. However, unlike the left waypoint, our waypoint relative to the entrance tunnel will be to the right. Once we see that it's to the right, we know we're going to be in the late Legion or right waypoint layout, and we will continue heading to the northwest to find the first corpse. Now, I want to mention the reason why I call this the Late Legion waypoint, the Late Legion layout, instead of just exclusively the right waypoint layout, is because I want to avoid confusion with the Northeast Start layout because it also has a right waypoint. So for sort of the sake of avoiding that ambiguity, we're just going to call this layout the Late Legion, but occasionally in the walkthrough or guide, I might mention right waypoint still. Just know that I'm talking about the Late Legion layout. All right, so the first layout we're going to look at is the Northeast Start layout. As mentioned in the last slide, we're going to identify this layout right away because we're going to notice that the entrance tunnel points to the northeast. That's the only layout that it happens in. Once we know we're in this layout, we're going to hug this upper wall and continue heading northeast to find the first corpse. Once we find this first corpse, we're going to hug this right wall essentially to find the Gemling Legion. If you don't know where the Gemling Legion is, it's by this first book here. There's only one book in the Grain Gate, so anytime you see this book, it will be where the Gemling Legion is. So, as I mentioned, once we get to this first corpse, we'll hug this right wall, and as soon as we exit sort of this first interior room, it'll be about a screen and a half to 2 screens to the north via hugging the right wall to find the Gemling Legion for the skill point. Once we kill them, we're going to head directly to the west/left until we hit this blocking wall on the left/west side of the map, and you'll also notice this corpse. Now, when navigating this, you're not going to be able to travel directly west to reach it most of the times. You're probably going to have to travel, slightly sort of southwest instead of west, and then once you've traveled southwest for a bit and you hit this sort of blocking wall over here and you don't see a corpse, for example, at this entrance, it's not going to be over there. Instead, it's going to be to your north, and you'll be able to head north. Finally, once you exit sort of this second interior room that you have to pass through, what you're going to do is you're just going to keep heading up, and you're going to hit sort of the top border of the map, and you'll just go to the right, and finally you'll find the third corpse, and you'll travel through this third storage room. It's important to note here that you can't pass through here, even though it kind of looks like there's this little lane. It's actually blocked off by carts and stuff, so you do have to travel through this storage room. The next layout we have is the left waypoint layout. It's a northwest start, so we'll notice this entrance tunnel is pointing to the northwest, and then as we exit the entrance tunnel, the waypoint will be immediately to our left. Once we identify this, we're going to continue left/west to find the first corpse. Once we find this first corpse, we're sort of just going to keep hugging this right/upper wall and follow around literally the rest of the map, because what will happen is we'll find the second corpse, we'll follow to the right here, we'll keep following along sort of the right wall still here, which is the bottom wall. We'll keep following the right wall, and then we will find the Gemling Legion right here. We'll kill them, and we'll keep following that right wall up to find the exit. You'll notice here, sort of in the second variation of this layout, that there's just like this little blocked off piece, so you'll just have to navigate around it. It'll be pretty common to see this one rather than this one, but they both happen fairly frequently. I just feel like this one on the right is a little more common than the one on the left. Not by a lot though, or it just might be, me not having a good memory on sort of how frequently I see either one of them. Nonetheless, this will be how this layout looks. Finally, we have the Late Legion or right waypoint layout. Like the last layout, which was the left waypoint layout, we're going to have a northwest start. Once we notice we have a northwest start, we're going to follow it out and we're going to pay attention to where the waypoint is. This waypoint here is to the right of the entrance tunnel, which means we're in the Late Legion or the right waypoint layout. From here, we're going to keep heading northwest to find the first corpse. We're going to head through this first storage room. Once we get through the storage room, we're going to head directly, pretty much west as best we can. As you can see in this other variant of this layout here, sometimes there's a lot of like junk in the middle here that'll block you. Sometimes this room, you see how there's this other storage room right here. Sometimes this actually won't connect. This will be blocked off. Sometimes there won't be an entrance here. So you're just going to try and navigate around it as best as possible, keeping in mind that your goal really is to head, as soon as you get out of this first storage room, directly west as best as possible, and you'll be able to see this corpse. Once you see this corpse, you're going to head up north and follow it to exit this second storage room up here. And what you'll see is that as soon as you exit here, if you keep going north, you'll find the Gemling Legion. And then after killing the Gemling Legion, you'll just follow this upper border to the right to find the third corpse. And then you'll keep following that through the last storage room to find the exit. All right, great. So that's how we navigate all three of the Grain Gate layouts. Let's transition to doing the guided walkthrough now. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and reset this one, and we'll go from there. So I'm paying attention to the direction of the entrance tunnel. Here, what you can see is that the entrance tunnel points to the northeast, so I know I'm in the northeast layout already. Once I go up, what I'm going to do, or once I get out of the entrance tunnel, is I'm going to head up, and I'm going to hug this upper wall and keep heading to the northeast, and I'll find the first corpse here. Once I find this first corpse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hug the right wall here and follow around until I find the Gemling Legion. And it should be a screen or two after you exit this first storage room, which is right here. Once I kill these guys, if they don't kill me first, I'm going to head directly to the left/west to try and find the next corpse to be able to head to the exit. I find the corpse here, I will head north, and then here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the upper wall, I'm going to head east/right, and then I don't see a corpse there, and I know this last corpse is going to be right there, you can see it, and I'm going to go through and I'll be able to find the exit. So that is the northeast start layout. Let's reset and see if we can get another Grain Gate. All right, so this is a northwest entrance tunnel. So I'm paying attention to where the waypoint is. It's to the left of the tunnel exit, which means I'm in the left waypoint. From here, I'm going to keep heading left. You'll see this is where the first corpse is. It's kind of hard to see actually, but it's there. Let me see if I can show you a little better. There, you can see it again. So in this layout, once I identify the first corpse, in the left waypoint layout, I'm going to hug this right/upper wall that's right here, or the upper wall. I'm going to hug it and follow it around to the right. You'll see the second corpse right here. I'm going to keep hugging to the right, and then I'm going to hug through the right here. I'm not going to try and go through that room there because there might not be an exit, and then I'll find the Gemling Legion. I'll kill them, and I'll continue heading or hugging that right wall, and you can see the corpse there. I'll go through the storage room, and I will find the exit up here. All right, great. Let's see if we can get a different layout. I'll probably run through each Grain Gate layout probably 2 to 3 times, just so you can see multiple times instead of once each, since there's so few layouts in Grain Gate. All right, so we have a northeast entrance tunnel, which means we're in the northeast start layout. I've already identified it. As soon as I get out of the entrance tunnel, I'm going to head to this upper wall, follow it northeast. I'll find the first corpse here. And then I'm going to hug this right wall and follow along until I find the Gemling Legion. It'll be probably about 2 screens after you get out of this first storage room. Here we go, we find it. Now from there, I'm going to head directly left to the west as best I can to find the second corpse. I hit this blocking wall to the left/west, so I know the second corpse should be around here. I'm going to follow it north. As I do, I'm going to hit the upper wall here and then head to the right/east. And then I will find the third corpse here, and I'll keep going through this storage room to find the exit. Cool. So, as you can see, like once you identify the layout, it's pretty easy to navigate the grain gate because the layout is actually pretty predictable. So we have another northeast start layout. We'll run through it real quick. Entrance tunnel points to northeast. I know it's a northeast start layout. I'm going to go to this upper wall. I'm going to follow it to the northeast. I'll find the first corpse. I'll hug this right wall. As soon as I exit the storage room, it should be about 2 screens to the north to find the Gemling Legion. From the Gemling Legion, I head directly left-west as best I can until I get blocked from heading left-west anymore, which is right here. I'll find the second corpse, and I will head north. Once I get out of the second storage room, I'll keep heading north until I hit this upper blocking wall. Then I'll head to the right/east, and then I will track down to find this third corpse, and I'll keep continuing to the east to find the exit. So I didn't mention this earlier, but in Graingate, all the exits are essentially in the northeast corner of the map. So you're always going to be wanting to try and head to that northeast corner. Just sometimes how you route there is going to be different depending on the layout. All right, we have a northwest start. I'm going to try and pay attention to where the waypoint is relative to the exit. It's to the right, so this is the late Legion or the right waypoint. From this waypoint, I'm going to continue heading northwest. I'll find this first corpse here. Once I find the first corpse, I'm going to exit the storage room, and once I exit the storage room, I'm going to try and draw a straight line left or to the west to try and find the second corpse. Here I'll have to navigate to the south a little bit. That's okay. I'll just try and re-pick it up to draw that straight left line, and you'll see here this will be the second corpse. And the reason why it's called the late Legion is this is the latest the Legion appears in any of the layouts. If I head north here, I'll find the Legion book. Once I find the Legion, I'm just going to head east or right, and I'll be able to keep heading east or right to find the exit. All right, cool. Let's run a few more, see if we can get a repeat of the late Legion layout and the left waypoint layout. All right, we have a northwest start. Our waypoint is to the left, so this is the left waypoint layout. I will get this waypoint. I'll continue heading to the left to find the first corpse, which is right here. You can see a little blood splatter. If I zoom in, you might be able to actually see like the guy's head. Once I find this, I'm going to hug this upper wall and follow it around to the right once it curls inwards. Here it starts curling. You'll see the second corpse here. I will follow it to the right still. Keep following it to the right. Just follow right, right, right. And then I'll find the Gemling Legion here. I'll kill them, and I'll keep following the right wall north to find the exit in the northeast corner of the map. All right, let's do one more, and hopefully we will get another late Legion setup or layout. Excuse me. Cool, we have a northwest start. With that in mind, if the waypoint is to the right of the sort of tunnel exit, we're going to be in the late Legion layout, which is the one we're looking for right now. This is another left waypoint one. We'll run through the zone real quick. In the left waypoint, we'll continue left to find the first corpse. We'll hug sort of this upper wall and follow it around to the right as it curves to the right, right? So right here is where it curves to the right. We'll keep following the wall to the right here. We'll find the second corpse. We'll keep hugging this right wall all the way around the rest of the map. I'll find the Legion here, and I'll keep hugging this right wall and follow it to the north to find the exit to the map in the northeast corner. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to specifically fish for one more version or one more run of the right waypoint or late Legion layout. So here you see that the waypoint is to the left of the northwest start. I know that's the left waypoint layout. We just ran that a couple times. I don't want to run it again. I have a northwest start. My waypoint's to the right. This is going to be the late Legion / right waypoint. Once I get this waypoint, I'm going to continue to the northwest to find the first corpse. I'm going to exit this first storage room, and as soon as I do, I'm going to try and navigate directly to the left / west as best I can. Here's the second corpse right here. You can't see it. I've picked it up. I'm going to head north, and as soon as I exit the second storage room, I'm going to keep heading north to find the Gemling Legion. I'll kill them, and then I'll head to the right / east to find the exit to the zone. Perfect. So that is the Grain Gate layout. As you can see, it's pretty easy to learn how to read them, and because it's easy to learn how to read them, you don't necessarily just have to exclusively rely on the corpse method. I think it's worth the investment because knowing to read the 3 layouts makes it super easy to efficiently and consistently navigate this layout. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.